April 18th in the garden, and it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I spent the morning in the front yard doing some weeding and moving a few perennial stuff around. You can see Baxter over there. Today what we're going to do is plant some of these perennial companion plants that I got at the Garden Works 15% off sale on Thursday, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing how they look. I also got these annuals that I purchased at Costco, so I'm going to decide about how to lay those out. I'm also planning on checking on the roses to see if the foliar disease has settled out. I did actually, maybe Monday morning early, I sprayed Safer's insecticide on those affected leaves. And so, okay, this is Iceberg, and just taking a look at some of the leaves here. It does look like we have some infestation a little bit, some holes in the leaves and some leaf curl. So I'm wondering if just pulling these off is going to be the best strategy. Here is the blushing drift rose. I think the leaves in this actually are looking quite healthy and good. Happy about that. And then coming around to Eustacia vine number 2. So this is our new Eustacia vine. She is actually looking very good. I'm happy with her. Yes, it does look like Fragrant Cloud still has some issues here. We've got some of this little leaf curl on here. So I'm going to pinch those leaves off. I don't think it's maybe as bad as it was on last Sunday. So I wear medical gloves underneath my gardening gloves. So I didn't put gardening gloves on right now. What's that whiteness on there? I was wondering if this orange on here, is that rose rust? I don't know. Or if it's maybe just a defect in the rose leaf. I should look that up. I'm going to take that off, see if that's a problem. My dad had a really good suggestion, which is why don't I take a piece of the leaf to a garden center and ask what might be going on. It's a little bit better than it did last week. And here's Secret. Again, one of the newer roses. Looks okay. Sterling Silver. I don't know. That does not look like a super healthy leaf to me. It just looks a bit misshapen or something. I don't know if it's a problem or if it's just this variety. Those ones have some holes in it. So I'm going to take that off. These ones have some holes there too. I hope I'm not just picking off all these leaves for no reason, but they do look like they should be taken off. Now here's Queen Mary 2. Definitely have some holes on this leaf, so I'll be removing that one. This one too has a lot of holes on it. A few holes on this. But I do feel like the foliage is looking quite shiny, which I think is a good thing. And yeah, I'm happy overall with what that looks like. Now let's look at Westerland. Westerland, I'm so proud of you. You are putting on some great growth. So again, here I see some marks on this leaf. Baxter's helping me out here. Here we go. Again, is that a leaf? I'm just kind of taking things off that have holes. But fewer, I think, that were affected than last time. Now this is Love's Promise, which, again, am I seeing a little caterpillar there? You see that? What is that? Is that something? Okay, I'm gonna get a different angle here. Here is Love's Promise from a different angle. Again, I think I'm seeing some more leaves that are a little curled. Maybe is this a little dusty? Is that mildew? I don't know. But some little holes there. Oh, here it is. Look it. There's a little worm. That's what we're seeing. So I do think this is a, oh, what is it called? It's some type of fly. Okay, I'm going to take that right off. There's a whole bunch of them in there. Little wormies. I think it's called sawfly. So that is, they must be attracted to the very tender new shoots that are coming out. And the sawfly, I believe, can be dealt with by using the safer spray. So I'm running out of that safer spray, so I might have to go grab some more tomorrow at Canadian Tire. But that makes me more confident now that I've seen that. That's the second time I've seen that kind of caterpillar worm type situation. Okay, oh, that one does not look good there, does it? Over to Secrets Out. Let's have a look here. Again, some funky looking leaves there. Ooh, this one does not look good. And here, now am I going to be able to see any more of those little worms? I guess they're not called worms, they're probably called larvae or something like that. Probably not the best to have these shoots growing right at the very bottom either, not right on the soil. Let's see if we can see. No, I don't like that. Is that like early powdery mildew? I don't know. Here is Strike It Rich. So we have a couple of little ones there. Again, I think those are affected. Too bad though. I thought it would be way worse this week. Just looking again for any little worms in there. Ooh, it doesn't look very good in there, does it? It's kind of a black, ooh, that's Blackspot. Sheesh. Already? I think when it gets too crowded inside here, probably not good for them. I don't know if there's something to be called like thinning out the center of roses, but I thought they were supposed to have a lot of air in the center. Maybe that's part of the problem. I'll have to look that up. It's definitely looking like some early black spot here on Strike It Rich. Gonna have to really be careful of this. Taking a look at Claire Austin. Claire has a few affected sawfly leaves. But overall not terrible, I wouldn't say. Oh my goodness, Claire has already got a bud forming. That's beautiful. Here's Harlow Carr. Harlow Carr is extremely spiky and slow growing, but leaves look good, happy with that. Here we have Marilyn Monroe, one of the best ones. We've got some affected leaves in here from sawfly, so I'm going to pull those off. Again, just looking deeper into the plant to see, oh, there's some soft fly down there. I'm also going to today, I'm going to use my moisture meter and I'm going to check if these guys need some moisture because it rained a lot last weekend, but it has not in the last couple of days, and I just don't want them to dry out given they're putting on so much new growth right now. So I will check the moisture levels. Golden Celebration. Oh, Golden Celebration. Such a beautiful chartreuse green. It really is nice to see. Now I'm wary about where these little wormies hide, which seems to be in... Oh, look it, that's got a bud forming too. I think things like thrips can go into these little buds. So we'll have to do some more of the safer spray. But again, I'm really actually kind of relieved that it's not worse. Here's Princess Alexandra of Kent. Kind of has some funny looking leaves, like funny looking colors. It's almost like blotchy a little bit. I don't know if that's maybe how her leaves look, but they just don't look totally great to me. See, like that? That doesn't look great to me. I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna take this off. You can do better, Princess Alexandra. You're a princess, for God's sakes. Okay, maybe she just needs a fresh start here, this gal. And Eustacia vine number 1. Again, decent. A few little holes here and there. Not too bad, though. Like I said, I thought it was going to be worse. This is the spray that I used. It's end-all miticide, insecticide, acaricide, and the active ingredient is potassium salts of fatty acid 1% and pyrethrins 0.01%. So I read on maybe it was a Reddit or something, that it is actually probably better to mix it up yourself. So next time I go, I'm going to try to get the concentrated version of this and see if I can't mix it up myself. I do have a sprayer that I can put it in, or I could just use this bottle, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to check the moisture of the plants now. I think these ones are a little thirsty here in this zone, but the rest of them look okay. I've laid out these perennials where I think they might look best. So the cat's meow nepeta go behind the cherry tree, and this is the Artemisia silver lining. I'm going to kind of put that in the front, and then I'm going to do the Provence lavender here. I have multiple lavenders kind of scattered throughout here. These are an English lavender. And yeah, and then I've just put these little tiny annuals all throughout, and I'll spread the other annuals on a gradual basis, I suppose. And this is salvia, but I'm going to move it over to the other bed there because there's a bunch of other salvia, and I think this one's a little bit out of place now. So it's now 6 o'clock and I've done all my planting. Here I've got some more of the alyssum, more of the wave petunia in blue. And then of course through here is more different varieties of catmint that I planted last week, wave petunia. I took out, what was in these? I can't remember what it was that was in there, but I didn't like them. So I took them out and I've put some annuals in both of those pots. And again, more annuals, Annuals, annuals. Now, what I did when I was putting in the annuals, I watered them in with just some Miracle Grow regular plant fertilizer crystals and with the perennials because they're of course a bit more expensive, and I was hoping that they would do much better and really root in. I used something that I purchased from Garden Works, which is the Garden Works transplanting fertilizer, which has something called indole 3 butyric acid rooting hormone. So anyways, I've completely used that up. And yeah, so I feel like I'm well set up for kind of a mixed border, and these roses can get bigger. I think my plan for the next week is just to really keep an eye on the foliage for the roses, and like I said earlier, get some of the concentrated safers and all, because I really want to do another treatment of that. So anyways, I hope everybody has a great week, and it's been a busy day in the garden.